Hello Aries, how you doing? Welcome to another reading here on the energy Astroflower. So it's going to be an energy reading. Obviously, we will pull 3 cards at the end of it. I hope you're doing well. Did you see the messages from energy that came out this week? The energy is changing, and it's been changing since the weekend. There's a lot more air in the system. There's a lot more fire in the system. Well, there will be a lot more fire in the system as far as I can see, which is really good for you in a way, because obviously you're a fire sign and you're a pure fire sign, so you have a lot of fire within your base of your energy, certainly on your financial side. So this is could be a really good week for you to allow your passions to drive forward from what you really want to do in your life and how you want to set life up, because you have that air that gives you the transition between the past and the future, and that's going to stimulate that sort of mental process, that intuition. So that sort of side of things, I think you're going to find it easy to do. The question is where you have the water and the earth in your system, which is a little bit higher up in the here and now, is how you emotionally react to situations and how you physically engage in situations. But you certainly got a great opportunity for allowing your passions of what you wish to be living to really come to the surface. I just need to readjust my microphone. Yeah, I think it could be an incredibly good week for you, as long as you don't get caught up too much in the emotional and physical detail of things. You've got to allow it to flow through the energy at the moment, because it's going very, very quickly. If you try and get too concrete, too stuck in things, it could create a lot of frustration for you. And that fire can then boil over, as it sometimes does within you, Aries. So that was in the message from energy. The other thing as well was it was nourishing your future. And I think this is all part and parcel of that passionate thing that sort of could be flowing through you at the moment. Okay. So we will be, that's on the messages from energy. That you'll find that video on our channel here. There was also a thing about a big shift that's coming up in the next sort of like 2 or 3 weeks, geological and a conscious sort of shift of the way we see the world. And that could ease a little bit of your frustrations in the coming 2 weeks. So, I think it's getting down and allowing those passions to come through at the moment will really help you. We're going to get a chakra sequencing for you, and also get the messages from energy, and we'll finish off with some cards as well. If you want to ask a question that you want channeled in the video that I can do next week in next week's reading, just put it in the comments section, and we'll answer your question next week. But in the meantime, let's just see what's going on with the general energy for you. It may rain here from time to time, so there may be moments where the rain gets a little bit too much. We're having some lovely summer showers here. Like any sports car, you need a good cooling system, and the energy here is trying to it's bringing uh, emotional contentment. And I think this is, if you do get into your passions and you do get into a rhythm, and do not get bogged down too much in the nitty gritty, which you can do sometimes, as long as you don't get involved too much in that, because this energy is coming through at the moment, is not going to be with us eternally, but it's going to give us a really good boost, and that's what you can use it for. So as we come out of the boost in the next couple of weeks, you may be able to then sort of reassess the smaller detail. So the energy here is really trying to calm your approach to things, because the calmer you can be, the more productive the results will be. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the chakra sequencing for you. Connecting to that energy again. There we go. We got that central point. Now we've got the crown and the root. The root seems to be more important than the crown. And this is to do, it's rooted, being grounded. So you're not getting too involved in the physical side of things. You're just going ahead, and you should be going ahead this week and just doing things like a matter of fact in a way. And this will allow your passions full reign or space in order to grow and develop within your life, on your karmic path, on your financial side, and your connections with people, networking, because you're grounded in what you're doing. That's what it seems to be. And I would trust that groundedness within you. Okay. Let's just see where it's moving on to. The crown chakra, I'll just quickly say the crown chakra is not particularly massive here, because I think it's trying to avoid the overthinking about whether you should or shouldn't do something. I would just go ahead and do it. If it feels good and within your passions, within your fire, go ahead and do it. Let's just see where it moves on to now. So it does come up to the third eye and the throat chakra here. And this is that intuitive side of things, of how you may have an idea in life, but the thing is, how do you convert that idea into reality? And that's where the intuitiveness comes into play, and also the sensation, feeling the room with the throat chakra here. There is also a degree of communication, therefore networking, that's going on with this energy here. Communicating your ideas, being grounded in what you're doing, I think is going to be a very powerful potion to open opportunities for you on your material side of life, but also that's going to affect enormously your relationship side of life. And I think that's where you can look at where things will develop on your financial side. Therefore, on your relationship side, you can be a little bit more concrete, because you've got a lot more sort of confidence in your future, as it were. Okay, where's it moving on to now? It's moving on to the sacrum. Now, the funny thing is other signs have been getting a lot of the back energy for the third eye, but here you've got the back energy of the sacrum. There's two sides to this. There's a yin and yang to everything. So it's concentrating on your, being grounded and knowing what you've got to do. The fundamental desires of I would like to do this in my life. The only thing is not trying to do too much in one go, because that will cause you back pain in your lower back, in your lombard region. That happens when we try and do too much in one day. So I did say in the manifestation video, which is all about sort of doing the possible and aspiring to the impossible. And I think this is a great approach for you this week here. Really take that on board, get the fundamentals in place. Then as you get the fundamentals things in place, the impossible is within your reach. Okay, so where does it move on to now? Okay, so it's moving on to the solar plexus. There is a touch of the heart in there, to be honest, but I think it's the heart's taking a seat back, because if you mix too much your passions and your heart, sometimes it can be a little bit fiery. And I think here is sort of like, I think that your energy, or the sequencing within your chakra, because it's now gone back to the crown and the root, but the sequencing within your chakra is almost sort of saying, you don't want to, you're not risking yourself emotionally here. You don't want to risk yourself this week here. You just want to get on and do things more than anything else. And if anybody can, Aries, you can. There is no doubt about it. And so it's a certain degree of protection upon the heart through that determination and that confidence and that courage of what you've got in your solar plexus to go ahead and do it. And it would be very good for you. Okay, so yeah, let's just get onto the messages from energy and see what's coming in on that front there. So with the general energies here, we're talking about it was cooling you, as it were, as in cooling you down, not calling you, but cooling you. Let's just see what we get in the way of an inner vision. You know those games where it's a bit like Tetris, you know, and you're finding the right piece to put in the right space without worrying what's coming up next. Just concentrating on the here and now, I think, is really important for you. And as you do, I get this inner vision of you being able to kind of go, right, that goes there, that goes there, putting the fundamentals in place. Excuse me a second. Putting the fundamentals in place seems to be almost like child's play for you, in a way, in a really good way. So I wouldn't worry about that. You might be able to move things later on as you put them into place this week. But at the moment, it's just accepting things into your life is a good thing. Let's just see what's going on the financial sort of side. I get it's like you've been given authority. So either you've been given a job, you got a job, or you're getting a job, or your business is starting to get credence between, from people that are around you. Let's just say you're running a shop and people are starting to really recognize you're there all the time now, and they start coming back to your shop or whatever in the business you're doing. It just seems like you're getting credence, as if like you're becoming not necessarily, yeah, the focal point. I would say the focal point, but it's like you're giving like a seminar to other people that are around you, and it's giving a good time for you to express your ideas and to develop your ideas and also connect with a vast sum of people around you. Talk to a lot of people at the same time. You could be doing a YouTube channel, or starting a new business. So obviously there's going to be a lot of communication in there, and doing a project or getting involved in a project that needs a leader. And it seems like you're taking a leader role, not necessarily by telling people what to do, but just doing what you're doing in a really good way. So it bodes very well for getting jobs, promotions, and that sort of things. If you're thinking about that, if you're passionate about that, go for it. Okay. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side here. It's like you're taking there's a complicity with someone that is around you, that is that it just fits so well. You know each other very well, even if you've just met each other. It's like you've known each other for ages. So it could well be that you're meeting someone, and it's almost as if like you're taking them by the hand, and together you're putting your hands, together. It's like kind of going, yeah, we're here, and it's a real sensation of unity between you and another person in a really beautiful way, and it's showing the world as well. I think if you're looking to be in a relationship, you need to show the world that you're in a relationship as well. You need to showcase, the joy that you can have with another person. And I think, if you're looking for a relationship, encourage that, encourage the enjoyment of being with the other person and having it really sort of concrete, as I was saying, because you've got that cardinal earth that's in that synchronicities with the world around you. And it's physically showing the rest of the world that, yeah, we are one in a very beautiful way. Let's just see what's going on the spiritual sort of sense here. I get like a balance, like a set of scales, and it's almost as if like you've got an idea of how the universe works, and now you're putting it to the test. And in a spiritual investigation in life and an energetic investigation in life, we always have to do this on a regular basis because it helps us to sort the chaff from the wheat in life. It helps us to also see what really does work and what really doesn't work for us. And I think here is like the universe is sort of saying to you, don't be scared, put yourself to the test and you will know. And you put yourself in the balance of things. It's going to help you enormously when you do, because you're going to be able to see what is in balance and what is not in balance in your life in a really good way. So, in the spiritual front, do not be afraid of putting yourself forward, and testing things out. Okay, let's just pull a few cards for you. Let's start off on, we're going to pull a card on your financial side, a card on your relationship side, and then a card on your overall general energies as well that's flowing through you, you. I'll get there in a minute. So let's just pull one on your financial side. Let's just see what's going on there. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles, absolutely brilliant card for you. And it's like, I almost feel like that you're gifting something to the outside world. As I said, I think you're becoming a leader, but not necessarily telling people what to do. You're becoming a leader in sort of saying, this is how good it can be, and showing people through actions rather than words But although you are talking to a lot of people and you're explaining it and so forth, you're explaining the results, and maybe it's the results of this sort of like this scales within your spiritual side of life that's helping you to really instigate and apply yourself in life. But there's a definite big reward that's coming out of it, and this is where there's a lot of attention that's put upon you. On the relationship side here, you get the Five of Cups. I think you're doing this transition from the situation. Maybe these cups here are spent, as you can well see, but you've got these Two of Cups here that allows you to have access to this bridge that's just behind her and this whole new life. And I think this is where you are showing the outside world that you're back. Aries is back. Aries is back in the love game. And, it's a really nice, bubbly energy after a time when it might have been a little bit difficult for you, or you might have been a little bit disappointed in life. That's all coming to an end and seriously blowing out. Let's just see. Here's the card from your general energies. I haven't seen it yet. Let's just see what's going on in the general energies. Well, that Nine of Swords. Yeah, I think you're back. I think what you do not have to worry about the finer detail. If you allow yourself to get caught into what if, that's when the frustration, I talked about it at the very beginning, the frustration can come out of you. But more than anything else, I think you're giving, you're putting pay to any doubts or worries you might have had in the past within you. And yeah, you're putting yourself to the test. You're putting yourself out there. You're exploring about your passions. If you follow your passions, I think all of a sudden life is going to be sort of, life is going to be rolling in your direction. It's going to really help you out. Just don't get caught up in too much detail. Just concentrate on the here and now, bringing things in, creating that momentum more than anything else behind you. Okay, so there you go, Aries. Thanking you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Thanking you for having the confidence to subscribe, like, and share, and all of that malarkey. Don't forget about the messages from energy, also the live we do at the weekend, and also obviously all the other videos that we do on the way of energy to do with manifestation or to do with morning tea meditations to get you on the right path. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.